Hello and welcome back to the channel. I've got a brand new series going on now, Ranked, part of the random series. Seeing as First Class Trouble's the main source of videos on my channel, I thought I'd start with something to do with First Class Trouble. So I thought I'd start with all the ways you can kill people. So here we go. 14th, suffocating. It's just not the best way to win a game. I mean, sure, you win if you suffocate people, but you don't actually do anything. Unless you're physically going around sabotaging all the oxygen, there's no sense of accomplishment from winning through a suffocation. So it's why it's the bottom of my list. I feel like there's nothing worse than suffocating for a win. 13th, voting people off. The only reason this is 13th is because this is a key part of the game that anyone can do, and it just feels too basic and no effort can go into this sometimes. So again, this is why this is so low down. 12th, strangling. I mean, you have to be able to work with someone to kill, but half the time you can just convince anyone to kill anyway, just by saying some nonsense, so it's not really something impressive when you get to do a strangle kill. 11th, syringing. Okay, this is the main concept of killing in the game for the personoids, but I just don't think it's one of the better methods for killing. You have to get it without being caught, which fair enough, but half the time people just go off and you can sneak off and grab it anyway. And then you have to syringe someone. It's not very impressive, nothing great, so it's basic, it's why it's at the bottom. There's other impressive ways to kill. 10th, the airlock. So this is a good way to destroy someone's trust in you. Send them into the airlock, drop them, and bye-bye. But it's still not as impressive as other ways you can kill in the game. That's why it's still so low down on the list. But it's a very good way to kill someone off quickly. 9th, fire. Fire is a good way to just push someone into the fire, and then as long as you don't put them out or no one else puts them out, it's a good way to kill them. But where they stay alive for so long while they're on fire, they can easily reveal who you are, and then it's endgame for you if someone finds out. 8th, bridge. So there's only a few parts in this game that actually use the bridge, and obviously the last level with Kane is one of them, but the personoid quarters use this as well. And it's like the airlock, it's such a trusting system. You have to hope that the person that you're with won't drop you, especially in the personal quarters, where if you're alone with them, you're going to have to put full trust that they're going to let you get across the bridge, and they have to put full trust in you that you're going to also let them across the bridge. Otherwise, you're going to get stuck or dead. 7th, throwables. It's not complex, but it's also not easy. You need to be able to have the skill to aim the bottle at the player that you need it to in the right direction. It's all about placement. Throwables come under different categories. You can throw the bottles at a player and knock them into a plant. You can throw bottles at players and knock them off the edge into the water below, killing them. You can throw the paper airplanes through the fire and now catch the player on fire. They're just so unique and underrated, but they take a lot of skill. 6th, shutters. Again, like some of the other ones, it's a very trusting kind of kill. You have to let someone through, and then as they're going under, you just drop it on them and kill them. It's another basic way, but you have to plan it right to get the kill to work. 5th, electrocuting. So there's a few ways you can do this one. You can either do the co-op doorways to turn the electric off to let each other through, or you could just simply just walk past someone and push them in if they're close enough to the electric. While it's not a quick death, it limits them to one spot, so they can only call out to people who are near. They can't run closer to other players, so the only chance you can get caught out is if there's other players nearby. 4th, the freezer. It's a risky one every time I've played anyway. Going into the freezer, always worrying that you're going to be dropped in, because you freeze quite quickly in there. There's not much room to move around inside the freezer, so if you get locked inside, you've got a very minimal chance of someone hearing you if you try to call out for someone for help. If there was no one nearby in the first place, you're going to die. Third, plants. The plants in the garden are deadly. Even by mistake sometimes, it's just way too deadly. And this is such a good way to play as a personoid in the garden. The syringe isn't really needed here. All you need to do is try to push as many players as you can into different plants. It's basically an instant death. Minimal time for them to call out. Such a good way to kill someone. Second, chandelier. I've never been successfully able to pull this off before, but I've seen other people on other videos, people I play with, successfully do this, and when it works so well. Drop it on everyone if you can, and then the game's instantly over. It's very overpowered, but it takes a lot of skill to time and plan it so well. First, icicles. In the ski resorts, obviously you've noticed the icicles hanging down from the ceiling. They've always been deadly from just dropping down. I saw a video recently where a player pushed another player, and as they fell over, they fell underneath an icicle. A second player then got a snowball, threw it to the icicle, and it fell down and killed them straight away. I thought it was such a clever and unique way of killing, and this is the reason why this is top of the list. I've never seen a kill like that before, and it's just so unique and clever. It has to be first. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll do some more videos like this at some point. Not necessarily always to do with First Class Trouble or gaming in general. I might go on to do other stuff like movies, but I'll see. Alright, see you later. Bye.